name of the album is A Mind of Its Own, and it's speaking about music because I feel that music has a way of working its way, you know, through me as a vehicle, through anybody. You listen to music and it affects people different ways, so I just think it has a mind of its own. If I didn't produce this album or this music, somebody else was going to do it. The motivation behind this album was basically to put out stuff that I've been feeling or wanting to put out for a minute, that I've not been able to do because everybody's kind of put me in a box of being just a house producer or a house DJ. I've never been in a box DJ or producer. I love broken, I love house, I love hip hop, I love rock, I love everything. So this album is just to show people that I have other areas besides house that I love. This is my first offering, and it's different from anything that people are used to me doing. So no one changed anything because this is Karizma, straight up. Influences DJ-wise are like Carl Cox, Louis Vega, Timmy Regisford, Teddy Douglas from Home, Wayne Davis, who also is a Baltimore-known DJ, and Eric Murillo, definitely energy-wise. These guys incorporate a lot of energy in the way technically that they mix, inspire me, because as you coming up as a DJ, as a dancer, that's what I was. Before I was a DJ, that was a natural progression. I always loved music. When I was a kid, my mother would say that I would fall asleep near the radio or near the record player or phonograph, as they call it. And when I was very, very young, I could run up and tell you who produced what track, what label they were on, and what kind of instruments they were using very young. So all of these people definitely influenced the way that I play. The artists I would like to work with, once again mentioning Jay Dilla, he's passed on. I would have loved to work with him, but I would like to work with Jazzanova, Ame, Wajid, Osulade, and DJ Spinner. I've been DJing since I was 13. I'm 36 now, so that's a pretty long time. I started doing little fashion shows for colleges, and then moving on to college radio, WEAA in Baltimore, which is Morgan State University, and then on to the clubs, eventually to a big club called the Paradox at home. I've been doing that off and on for as long as I can remember, and still doing it to this day. I started a record label with two other guys, Sean Caesar and Scotty B, on Unruly Records, and then from that point on, started doing production with Spin on Basement Boys. And from that point on, moved on from Basement Boys to start Cohesive Productions, which that's what I'm doing now. Well, basically what I do, because I never know, I'm the type of DJ where I never like to play the same things. So what I do usually is I'll go to the club an hour or hour and a half early, see what the crowd is doing, what they're feeling, and that's kind of my ritual to figure out what's going on with the crowd, how the dancers are feeling about, because they're the ones who project the energy, who you're taking energy from when you're DJing. So if that's a ritual, that's what I do usually. I usually always get to a club an hour and a half early. My advice to other DJs or aspiring producers, just listen to your favorite artists, producers, go and buy their music, and don't be afraid just to go into a record store or a CD shop these days, or MP3 site, whatever the case may be, and just pick something at random because YG made a good point in one of his interviews. If you go to the record store and you see a crazy cover of a record album, most likely that person came up with something wild or something crazy that you might want to check out. So always don't be afraid to try different things because you never know what you might come up with. Trust me, if you have an idea in your head, do it and try to get it out because there are a million people thinking the same idea you're thinking. So it's best that you get that idea out. With this album and with me DJing, I want people to know that, I don't take any of this for granted. Every person that says hello, or even has a bad comment, I take that in because it really, really means a lot to me. This music is not anything that I take for granted. I really appreciate being able to do this because I know a lot of people can't. And it is hard work. It's nothing easy about this. Also, this music is a extension of me. The way I'm feeling, different emotions, relationships, everything. Because being a DJ or a music producer, you're not always able to have relationships. So basically, this music is my girl. Is once again, it's very hard, and once again, I do not take any of this for granted. This album is a collection of things that have been happening in the last 3 years because some of the tracks I've done eons ago, and it's just taken people to get it, now. And events-wise, I just think different periods in your life happen and make you go that way musically. Like I'm really aggressive DJing and music making wise, and sometimes I tell friends that like being ahead of the game or being in front isn't necessarily always a good thing because sometimes people don't get it yet and you might pass on and people are just getting it but you're gone.